Welcome everybody to the final game of the 2031 SBF basketball season. We're going to watch the Charm City Talons take on the A-Town Assassins. Assassins right now undefeated. Charm City coming off a big win. They vibing right now, as you heard earlier from GM Lion. Alongside me, like always, we got Lion.
How's it going?
We're missing Bishop tonight, but I think we can do without it.
Talons looking to end their season on a win streak.
Whereas the Assassins are trying to give themselves that #1 seed. A loss here, their record will tie with the Tornadoes. And then they're going to have to do a tiebreaker round to figure out who gets that 1 seed. Charm City coming off their first win of the season. You saw against the Grey Wolves. Towards the end of the game, they played some really good team basketball, really good defense. And there's that good defense
off that
again.
Win, you got to be the best they felt all season.
Good defense leads to easy offense for Charm City as they jump out to a 5-0 lead.
Travis Price taking over point guard for the first time since the beginning of the season. Start off the game.
Ooh, good rebound by Shipley. Up and over for Champ. 7-0 lead for Charm City. They're making it look easy.
Quick start.
A-Town can't get any offense going. Levi McNeil off the double screens. Shoots wide open. Gets it to go. That's going to be the key here for A-Town tonight. Their guard play is going to have to be spectacular. Charm City guards always struggle. So if you want to beat these guys, take advantage of the mismatch and outplay them at guard. Bad turnover there for Charm City. Can't give A-Town
bad awareness by Reggie.
Reggie usually Mr. Reliable down there. Only other player in the league more reliable than Reggie would probably be Vince Hart. Neil now drives up over Champ Hansen, gets it to go. Could have been an and one there.
Really good defense. Great finish by McNeil.
Bryce takes the screen, kicks it over, wide open Jason Towns.
Wide
Bang!
open.
That's good offense by Charm City. If they play like this in the playoffs, they're not going to be easy to beat.
I mean, they had a very, very poor regular season, but if there's a time to get hot, it's right before playoffs.
Levi McNeil now takes the Jacoby Taylor screen. Jacoby Taylor's got the smaller guy on him. Levi shoots it anyway. Draws the foul.
Automatic as Levi McNeil is from the free throw line. You had to imagine things could have been a lot worse if Travis Price had been trying to cover Jacoby Taylor.
Going into playoff time, since this is the final regular season game in the SBF, who do you think the hottest team is right now going into the playoffs?
Right now, it's hard not to say the Assassins, who haven't slowed down all season.
But on the other hand, the Tornadoes, the last 3 games, have looked absolutely unstoppable.
That's true. It's hard to rule either team's out as a potential blow the doors off type in the playoffs.
Ever since Smashville's lost to A-Town, they've just completely changed their style of play, and they're just a much better team now. As you see, Levi McNeil forces another shot, and on the other end, Reggie O'Brien draws the foul and gets 2 free throws. Not seeing a whole lot of passing from A-Town tonight, which is very uncharacteristic.
And on the other end, normally you see the Talons lead the league in assists, and there've been a lot of good passes, a lot of extra passes made on offense. Except there.
Mike Welker now brings the ball up the court. Looks like the 3-guard trio for A-Town's about to check in. When those guys come in, you better believe there's going to be lots of dimes.
Going to be an interesting matchup, seeing Shipley on a guard.
Boulder with the board. Kicks it forward to Jerry Johnson. Jerry's going to cross over. Step back. Kicks it back out to Levi McNeil. Levi now. Got ISO on Joe Weber. Take the Jacoby Taylor screen. Spin move. Easy layup.
What a move.
That's what Levi will do. He will make you pull your hair out, but right after he stresses you out, he's going to turn around and score 50. Joe Weber now is lined up against Jacoby Taylor. It'd be interesting to see if he takes this ISO.
Very bad decision by Joe Weber.
Rebound
to
pulled
hand
in
the ball
Mike
off
Welker.
with 2 seconds left to a double-covered Reggie.
Mike Welker now drives. Got Brandon Shipley down low. Goes up and under. Doesn't get it to fall. That's Mike Welker's bread and butter there. Step
Very
back.
good matchup between the two.
Kobe Taylor
teammates.
pulls it down. Pushes it up to Mike Welker. Mike Welker forces a contested shot. Can't get it to fall. Very uncharacteristic of Mike to play this poor. Another good defensive possession. Transition. Mike Welker gets that one to go.
And that's
First
the problem
basket
with
of the game.
taking contested shots in your transition offense is it leaves it open on the other end.
Just like that, what was looking like a blowout potentially is now a 1-point game going into the timeout. Both teams bringing in subs. You see Jerry Little now matched up on Tyler Maxey. You're going to see Boyd Dawkins in. You're going to see Cletus White in. You're going to see Junior Rollins in. Looks like Keon Powell also checked in for Zach Boulder. Joe
Good
Weber
screen.
now takes the good Cletus screen for the easy basket. Here comes Boyd Dawkins on the other end. Junior Rollins, very bad job there, taking the screens. Gonna travel with it. Terrible offensive execution there by Junior Rollins. Got Clyde Warren in for Charm City as well. Clyde's going to pop the three, doesn't get it to fall. Jacoby now pushes tempo. Kicks it forward to Junior. Junior for three. There it is. Tied
Somebody
ball game.
cannot give space.
Junior has been lights out the last 3 games. Let's see if that continues here tonight. Joe Weber's going to hold for the last shot. Let's see if he can make it a good one. Reggie O'Brien down low. That was a great decision. Kobe Taylor deep. Doesn't get it to fall. Tied ball game going into the second quarter. 16 points apiece.
Competitive brand of basketball early has been non-existent for the Talons this season.
You're looking at possibly the worst team in the league taking the clear best team in the league all the way to a tied game at the end of the first quarter. This is 2 different teams you've seen on both ends. I don't know if A-Town's playing down to the competition or if just Charm City's playing really well right now.
I think we're going to find out by the end of this half.
Rollins there doing it himself. Clyde Warren dribbles it up. Kicks it out to the wide open Joe Weber, who's going to step into coverage to then shoot. Cletus pulls down the rebound, loses it, kicks it back to Warren. Warren for 3, can't get that to go. Great job by Cletus there, doing everything he could to keep the ball alive.
And if you're Joe Weber in that situation, you just had no intention of passing as soon as you caught that.
Junior forces up some crazy stuff. Jacoby pulls it down, draws the foul on Jerry Little. Good offensive board. You see A-Town, since Junior Rollins has hit this hot streak, A-Town's been allowing him to do whatever he wants on offense. So you're going to see some very bad shots like that, but you're also going to see some really, really nice shots later in the game. Travis Price now open for 3. Pulls, maybe a little too deep. Point guard Tyler Maxey pulls it down. Kicks it up to Boyd Dawkins, not a good shooter. Taylor gets the rebound and puts it back in.
And if you're Cletus there, you have to box out when you get there fast.
I wonder if size played a factor in that one. Jacoby Taylor
I
is the
definitely
biggest
think
guy
it
on the
is.
court right now.
Jacoby Taylor's slippery too.
Travis Price now up against Boyd Dawkins. Great offense, terrible defense. Travis Price draws the foul. Gets the first to fall. Travis Price back into the starting lineup like you mentioned earlier. Maybe that could be a factor as to why Charm City looked so good early in the game. A-Town takes a timeout. I'd like to point out, too, I think A-Town started taking this lead when both teams' benches came in. I think A-Town's bench is just stronger than Charm City's bench. Interesting to see what happens when both teams' starters come back out onto the court. As you can see, Jerry has not been as good as he was at the beginning of the season. Since the All-Star break, he's really shot a lot worse. You saw him really struggle about 3 games ago. The last game wasn't too great for him either.
Wow. What a
Junior.
quick step.
Yeah, Junior very slippery. He doesn't look fast, but that quick first step will catch you off guard, and then he's got an easy basket. Travis now knocks down his defender. Great offense. Ankle breaks Boyd Dawkins.
Travis Price breathing life back into this offense.
Boyd wants to do it himself on the other end, draws the foul, thankfully. He had the wide open man. Usually you'll see Boyd pass out of that. I think he was a little upset about getting ankle broken on the other end. As you see the starters starting to come back in for Charm City, whereas A-Town still has the full bench squad out there, plus Jacoby Taylor. Boyd now is going to dribble it up. Boyd's got Champ Hansen on him. Misses the screen. Crosses Champ over. Keon now has Travis Price on him. Travis Price, probably a pretty smart foul right there.
Yeah, you had a really big size mismatch and you're in the paint. Not a whole lot else you can do.
All the starters back in now for A-Town. Levi McNeil passes over to Jacoby. Jacoby gets it to Jerry. Jerry pops for 3. Doesn't fall for him. His struggles continue. Jerry was somebody last year and the beginning of this season, just the clear-cut offensive force for this team. But lately, he's just been absolutely cold.
Very uncharacteristic of him. We've seen him absolutely take over games.
Right now, kicks it over to Jerry. Jerry's going to back up. He's going to drive on Jason. Can't draw the foul. Great defense by Charm City. Kobe Taylor stops the alley-oop. Zach Boulder runs out of bounds with it.
Travis Price been a big fan of trying the deep alley-oop lobs lately.
You see the starters starting to pour in now for Charm City as they start to climb back into this one and slowly taking the lead back. The starters for Charm City are just way outperforming the starters for A-Town. Another missed 3 and Talons ball. I think that's a bad call by the refs, but we'll have to live with it.
Yeah, it definitely looks like Shipley was just trying to get the ball away from Jacoby to prevent the offensive putback, but you got to take what the refs give you.
That's why you make plays like that if you're Shipley. 9 times out of 10, the right call will be made, and that's the other team's ball. But that one time where you can sneak a possession away by doing that makes it all worth it.
Absolutely.
Travis Price now dribbling the ball up court. It's over to Brandon. Brandon's going to drive on Zach Boulder.
Wow.
Heavily contested layup. Doesn't usually go over Zach, but that one fell in. Mike Welker now. He's been very ball hoggy today. Very uncharacteristic for him. Levi McNeil wide open. Mike doesn't get it to him in time, so he doesn't have the shot. Levi, instead of passing it to the wide open Jerry, forces and misses the layup.
Corner
Wide
three.
open Shipley doesn't fall. Kobe now, gassed. It over to Jerry, finds the wide open Mike.
Wide open.
Interesting decision by A-Town to not let Jacoby Taylor come out of this game. I wonder if they believe he's playing a huge part in this. Haven't really noticed much, but it's hard to notice good help side defense and offensive rebounding. Zach Boulder, another poor defensive play.
Champ Hansen hustling for the offensive board.
Powell now steps in for Jacoby Taylor to give him a break for the rest of the quarter. Levi McNeil now needs to get something going. This offense is stagnant. Eon sets the screen. Levi takes it. Levi's got Jason Towns on him now. Down low, Keon Powell's got the smaller man. Doesn't look like A-Town wants to go to it, though. Jerry Johnson has to force a three. Boulder with the rebound. Boulder kicks it out to Mike Welker. Wide open three. Doesn't fall. Keon Powell rebound. Can't get that to go either. Great boards by the big men for A-Town. Jason Towns wide open. It's in. Very uncharacteristically bad offense for A-Town tonight.
Especially when they were able to keep Travis Price down there for so long.
And Levi McNeil throws it away. He's cold now. Shipley drives up. Great
Got
defense
the number,
by Welker.
They forced the shot anyway.
Let's see if Levi can get the ball out of his hands. He's going to drive. Draws the foul. Look at the
Aggressive block attempt by Towns.
I think Levi beat Towns on the drive, and Towns' only hope was to block the ball. Great D. Junior Rollins now. Dribbles the ball up court. Finds Tyler Maxey. Hopefully A-Town holds for the last shot here. McNeil looking like he wants it. It over to Junior. Junior for three. Can't get it to go. Going into halftime, we've got another tied score, 32 apiece. Both teams looking like real stagnant, like they're struggling real hard on offense right now.
It looks like any team that can stop making basic mistakes is going to pull away with this.
You gotta wonder how many minutes the bench for A-Town will play. You see both teams shooting under 40%. Rebounds going in favor of the Assassins, whereas assists are going in favor of the Talons. Steals and blocks are split. Blocks towards the Assassins, steals towards the Talons.
Very close game all around. Nobody doing anything particularly well.
Nope. I think the rotations are going to play a big factor into the second half. If the bench for Charm City has to come in for significant minutes, that could be a difference maker because you saw them struggle really hard in the second quarter.
It very well could. And as talented as Joe Weber is, it looks like there wasn't much going under him.
No, Joe Weber rolling with the second unit, you would think he'd be a much stronger offensive force, but you just haven't seen it. Mike Welker now gets the wide open Taylor. Great offensive find.
Very good cut.
Well coached coming out of halftime. Jason Towns now sets up the offense. See what Charm City can do here. Takes the Reggie screen, got the wide open pick and roll. Great offensive execution, both teams early in this third quarter.
Interesting to not see the oop attempt there. Travis Price has been trying to find Reggie for the oop for a while now.
By a while, you mean games and games and games.
Multiple games.
Kobe now, another open layup. Jacoby just taking advantage of the size matchup he has against Brandon Shipley. Zach Boulder with the clean block on Reggie. Welker now, great defense. Champ Hansen gets the rebound though. Jacoby Taylor pulls it down, kicks it
Missed the
forward.
putback.
Jerry, wide open. Mike
Open
Welker
23.
gets it to go. 3-pointer. 5-point lead, A-Town. Great find by Jason Towns. Rims out for
Just
Reggie
poor
O'Brien.
execution.
Jacoby Taylor, great drive to the basket.
And that's the kind of thing that kills you. You get an unlucky miss, and it swings into 2 points the other way.
Hey, Jerry Johnson stops playing defense. Jason Towns makes him pay. Jason Towns coming to life in this third quarter. Jerry drives. Jerry with a floater. Rims out. Those usually go in. That just shows you how hard Jerry's been struggling. Second half of the
Shipley
season.
pushing the pace.
Shipley, wide open alley to Champ Hansen. Great offensive execution. Zach Boulder now. Not known for his passes, but misses the wide open Mike Welker under the rim. Travis Price chooses to foul the big man who looks like he was going to turn it over anyway. Boulder, for some reason, runs back court.
Well, it looks like he was going to turn it over no matter what happened.
He was hell-bent on that turnover, and he was not letting Travis Price take that away from him. Don't know why Zach Boulder was dribbling around the arc. I kind of want to blame the point guards for allowing that to happen. Cletus White with the offensive putback.
Just like that, the lead is back down to 1 after a really quick start out of the gates by the Assassins.
Jerry lays it in, rims out again. Jerry Johnson just not feeling it. Mike Welker, good closeout, stops the open three. A-Town looks like they're trying to play some aggressive defense here, force some takeaways. Jason Towns gets some space, gets it to go. Jason Towns is player of the half so far.
This is some offensive efficiency that we haven't seen out of the Talons all season.
Boyd now in there to try to add some playmaking, and there it is. That's what Boyd Dawkins does. Looks like both teams are about to make some substitutions. Junior Rollins coming in. Junior Rollins is Mr. Second Half. There's Jason! 3-pointer goes! Jason Towns looking electric here in the third.
Jason Towns, with absolute superstar ability, just hasn't been getting involved in the offense too much this season. He shows why you cannot ignore him.
If Jason Towns doesn't disappear come playoff time, this team could be a threat. Unfortunately, if you know Jason as well as we do, odds are he will probably disappear. Boyd Dawkins, confident, tries to go over Cletus. Jason, another wide open three. Maxey now pushes it. Dawkins, easy layup. That's the benefit of having 3-point guards on the court. Great playmaking, great decision making. Towns now going up against Tyler Maxey. Zach Boulder allows Reggie O'Brien to get loose.
Good find to find Reggie with the angle.
Jason's doing it all. Junior now looking to create space. You can tell he wants the shot, and he's going to get it for 3. Doesn't fall for him. That's a good look. Clyde Warren gets blocked.
Oh, you just didn't see the defender behind him.
Jason Towns lays it in. There he is. Right place, right time. He cannot be stopped.
Turning points. Those jump shots just not falling.
Another good shot by Junior, just doesn't fall. Boulder pulls in the board. Gets it up to Dawkins. Dawkins now driving, looking to make something happen. Takes the screen. A little bit of space. It's a down low to Keon Powell. Great find by Boyd Dawkins.
Those are going to be the type of looks that the Assassins are going to have to make if the lid's going to stay on the basket for those jump shots.
Looks like Talons are going to call timeout. And if I can guess the substitutions correctly, I think Towns is coming out of the game. Interesting decision when you're playing that well. Looks like I saw Jerry Little and Brandon Shipley lining up, both of which plays Jason Towns' positions. Yep, Jason Towns is out of the game now. It'll be interesting to see if A-Town's offensive powers just kind of stop now.
Oh, they kept him in. They took out
Oh, yep, there he
Travis.
is up top against Junior Rollins. Terrible defensive play by Zach Boulder. Zach Boulder playing awful against his former team tonight. That's another factor in this. Zach Boulder is really, since coming to A-Town, taking this team to the next level. So you see the difference he makes when he's playing this bad, how bad this team is. Zach Boulder just got boxed out by Reggie O'Brien easy.
Oh, wow. Towns on fire. These Talons big men have been struggling the last few games. So it's been really interesting to see the struggles of Zach Boulder.
And Jason Towns steals it, yet it's out on the Assassins. That's the second glitched out turnover by the Assassins tonight. And Junior Rollins is cold, but can you blame him going up against the scorching hot Jason Towns?
Hard not to be.
And Mike Welker falls over, so now it's just contagious.
And this is probably the hottest the Talons have been all season, off the back of Jason Towns.
And the coldest the Assassins have been.
Could not come at a better time.
In the sport of basketball, this just happens. And Junior Rollins just chucks it at the feet of Joe Weber, wide open three.
No doubt. Jason Towns just unconscious.
I mean, at that point, that's not even Jason Towns. That's just the Assassins not being able to play basketball right now. If you're going to hand it to the other team and allow them a wide open fast break, I would hope that you could score off of that.
Oh, definitely. What was a very close game throughout the whole thing is really turned around since the middle of the third.
The Assassins really rely on their bench, which is Junior Rollins, and their big man Zach Boulder, both of which are playing terrible in this game. And you're seeing it. Still a 13-point game, so still playing god-awful.
Towns. Leaving Hanson open.
Playing god-awful, still keeps it to a 13-point game. Levi McNeil with the good move to get wide open.
Wow.
Jerry Johnson's another one. Top offensive threat for the A-Town Assassins. Struggles continue for the end of the season for Jerry. Tonight has been bad. If A-Town really wants to make noise in the playoffs, Jerry Johnson's got to get going. Levi McNeil cannot do it all.
He's certainly going to try.
Jason Towns doesn't shoot this open shot. Champ Hanson's going to shoot another one. Reggie O'Brien pulls it in over two people. Jerry plucks down the rebound. Over to Mike Welker, open three, gets it to go. 6.7. Oh, inside the three-point line to make it a 7-point lead for Charm City. Reggie O'Brien.
Very bad decision by Reggie O'Brien.
Kobe Daly pushes Jerry Johnson over to Mike Welker. 3.
And those kind of bad decisions are going to be why they blow a big lead.
4-point game.
terrible decision making all around by the Talons. And just like that, the big lead is back to a very close game. The first 2 minutes of the quarter.
Travis Price coming in now. Being guarded by Jerry Johnson. See if Travis Price can take advantage of a very, very cold Jerry. Weber now shoots the three, doesn't get it to go. Boulder pushes it to McNeil. McNeil up to Jerry. Jerry wide open, doesn't drop. You're not going to win games if your best player can't make wide open threes. And then Champ Hansen, pull up three in transition, somehow goes.
That's the three he makes, I suppose.
Champ Hansen taking contested three after contested three. Finally gets one to go. Boulder gets the rebound, puts it up. Really got to worry about A-Town. If Jerry Johnson can't score come playoff time, what are they gonna? How are they gonna win games? But that's part of being a shooter. Sometimes you're just cold. But if it comes at a bad time, your season could be over. And good layup, rims out. Jerry getting himself to the rim, puts himself in excellent position.
Welker keeping Shipley quiet all night.
Travis Price open three, being guarded by Jacoby Taylor, uses his speed. A-Town calls a timeout here. This would be a very, very different game if Jerry would hit one of his 7 wide open shots.
Oh, definitely. And interesting to take Jason Towns out. I mean, he's got to be exhausted, but man, he was the source of your offense. But Travis Price coming back in has definitely made this team look better.
Mike Welker also struggled tonight. Not as hard as anybody else, but Jerry now. Alley-oop to Boulder. Great find by Jerry.
Ooh. Fantastic find. Weber dribbling it up.
Weber getting lots of minutes here in the third and fourth quarters. Champ sets the screen. Jacoby Taylor stays on Price. Reggie pushing it on Boulder. Up and over. Boulder can't play
Never
defense today.
considering passing it out.
Boulder and Jerry Johnson have been the reasons for the A-Town struggles tonight. Boulder, Jerry, and Junior Rollins, 3 very key players, just can't play basketball tonight.
3 players you would not expect to be the issue going into the game.
And Shipley wide open 3. What was once a 2-point game is now another 13-point lead, 2 minutes to go.
This game has been as unpredictable as any game.
I don't think you'll ever see A-Town play this bad again. Maybe this kind of wake-up call is what they need going into playoff time.
And if you're a fan of the Talons, you hope that you kind of see this kind of performance going into the playoffs.
Jerry with a good block, forces the shot clock violation. Jerry playing some good defense. And also having some good playmaking offensive abilities, but man, they don't need that. They need scoring. That's what Jerry's brought in to do. Levi McNeil forces crazy stuff. Zach Boulder forces crazy stuff. And then Jacoby Taylor gets the and one.
Back-breaking.
Their counterpart is here.
2 great defensive blocks.
Champ Hansen passes the ball in. Travis Price. Travis Price now. Let's see if he slows down the pace to get Charm City the win. Down low to Champ. Champ puts it up. Can't get it to fall. Boulder over to Jacoby Taylor. Taylor to Welker. Welker back down to Taylor to Boulder. Last time Boulder had the ball up top, he did some crazy backcourt stuff. Jerry, mid-range, got it. Got it down to
6-point
6.
game with a minute left.
Don't want to see Jerry making shots late in the game. Zach Boulder
Interesting
with
to go with a
there.
shot attempt. So much time left.
Levi McNeil's going to force it up. Great Euro step to beat Champ Hansen. 4-point game.
9-0 run. You have to think that this would be a very different game if they take more time off the shot clock.
Over to Hansen. This could end it. Got it to go. That's the
Dagger 3. None of that's going to matter if you can get your big men for open threes.
Here you have it now. Zach Boulder's going to pass it in. Mike Welker. Mike Welker over to Jerry. Jerry just hands it over to Jason Towns. Struggles by Jerry Johnson continue in this one.
Very anticlimactic looking collapse at the end of the game. And it looks like Talon should be able to walk away here with a 2-game win streak going into the playoffs and end the perfect season for the Assassins.
Rollins deep 3 gets it to go. Don't think
let's not speak too soon.
Don't think the Assassins could have played any worse basketball and still kept it a 6-point game. I think that's pretty impressive. Multiple times where the Assassins could have easily had a lead and then just missed an open shot.
Another quick 3. Bring it within 4. Jerry Johnson.
With 8 seconds to go, you wonder why the A-Town Assassins are even still shooting.
Well, you have to think the goal is get this ball to Joe Weber. Towns is a very good free throw shooter as well.
A-Town putting in no effort to stop the throw in there. Still trying to win the game for some reason.
Going to be interesting to see what kind of lineup they go with. Try to focus more on protecting the perimeter or potentially just getting the rebound.
Kobe Taylor for 3.
Corner 3. Wow!
For 3. Jacoby Taylor back out to Welker. Final second shot. Rims out.
Oh, wow! Almost a monumental collapse.
Thrilling finish here to end the perfect season for A-Town. Maybe a little bit of motivation. Get A-Town into the right state of mind going into the playoffs as Charm City struggles all season, ends the season 2-0 to have some confidence going into the playoffs. Should have been up to be a real good playoff pool. I was your host for the evening and the best damn reporter out there, Corver, signing out. Sayonara.
I'm here too. I'm lying.